Welcome, and today we'll be talking with Jarvis Byrd II. Why don't you introduce yourself?
Hi, my name is Jarvis, Jarvis Byrd Jr. I am a CCS student going for a senior, and my major is Entertainment Arts 3D Animation. And I graduated from Schoolcraft College since, I think, December 2018. And it's pretty much, my goal after that was to try and see what I'm going to be doing in my life. So at that part, I've been working on cosplay for quite a while. Possibly, next week is about to be it's about to be 4 years. So we'll just say like 3.12 years I've been working on cosplay. But ever since that time where I've been working on cosplay just for those years, I keep looking back to like my original cosplay I made and looking at that and like my recent cosplay, compare that to my recent cosplay, I was pretty blown away. I felt pretty happy that stuff like that, something I'm actually able to make, I progressed so much to become even better. And the more I progressed, the better I did. So I'm real happy about, the overall results that, over those years I've been doing.
So what's the building process like for a project?
Okay, yeah, so that's going to be a long talk about that, because the building process is, it's very convoluted, because I want to try and like break it down as much as possible, but the way I start things off was, I go for like the most complex part, which a lot of people can't seem to make, and it has to be just like the helmet, because the helmet is very, round, it's geometric. It's always been like one of my first thing to see if I can introduce to the costume itself, and adding some color scheme behind it, and see what it would look like. Because if something that looks exactly what the helmet should be, the rest of the armor should be like that as well. And it's the same thing as trying to build the helmet, because if you're able to build the helmet, of course the most complex one in the outfit, the rest of the outfit should be a lot easier for you.
And what kind of materials do you use?
The materials I've used, it is EVA foam. That is one of the primary materials that most armor cosplayers use. And other materials, from priming to painting. The priming part I use is popular. It's a very popular primer can. It's called the Saucedo. And I mainly just go for like the black one because it's easier to add in shadows and everything. And sometimes the black can just stay there and you don't even have to do anything about that. And the painting process is pretty much just all acrylic paint. And it's not airbrush. This is all paintbrush based. I just now trying to get into airbrush, so that way I can understand how to be able to, paint out of that.
Yeah.
So yeah.
And how much time goes into an average project?
So the average project for making a costume usually would take about 3 to 6 months. But my longest one I've done so far, it was, I'll try to name it. It's the Black Eyes Velcana. That's also from Monster Hunter. That's one of my longest projects I've done. It took me about, around about 9 months to make the armor itself, and it took me about 3 months to make the sword and shield. Which in total, that's 12 months right there. So that's about a year.
Yeah.
It took me a year to make all that, and the reason why is because it has a lot of details, and I put myself into that challenge to see if I'm capable of actually making that.
Yeah. How much money goes into an average cosplay?
So number one thing I'm not good at is math. I would just say that right there. if we're going for just business-wise, I would say that the time and effort I try to calculate, and if we're going for like hourly and all that type of stuff, and what usually a full outfit will cost around like $1,000 to $2,000. But if we're going for like business-wise, like for example, if I do like commissions with someone, the effort behind that will cost like a tuition type of price, which I try not to like, you know, intimidate somebody like that, but it's there for a reason.
Yeah.
And it just depends on like how much detail it is on the armor.
Yeah.
And how much time that you put on it.
How do you decide on what project to work on next?
So the decision behind that, it depends on like what is comfortable to you. Like if you feel like you want to make something that you think is going to be either easier, or you want to put into like your craftsmanship of your own test, or like a challenge that you want to add in, go for like the hardest one that you think will be capable of making. usually with my decision, if I'm gonna make something that's that I think it's already in the process of making, that outfit or that armor is gonna be finished. It's gonna be finished, because like, I can't stop and then do some other stuff, because then I'll get lost and I won't even know what to do, and I will forget to go back to something that's originally supposed to be my project.
What kind of career are you looking for? Like, what do you think the future will look for you?
So my career in life, I think is just gonna. I've actually just been thinking about what my goals will be, but really though, I have no idea. All I do know is that wherever I feel like should be enjoyable, I will go for it. But my main goal was actually supposed to be going into a hyperstage company like Marvel or Disney, or the people that make Halo, which is 343, or people that make like World of Warcraft, Blizzard, pretty much anybody. If there's like no other suggestions from there, I can just you know, create my own business and, you know, work on commissions and everything.
Yeah, absolutely.
For people, and you know, make the costume for them. And that's pretty much, you know, my goal is just pretty much just all over the place, and I don't know exactly what's gonna fit me until I graduate from my college.
Yeah.
And after that, we'll just see what happens.
So could you tell us a little bit about this costume here, like what we have here, and where it's from and how you built it?
Yeah, so this armor right here is from the game Dead Space, and you're basically like the character itself, but pretty much you can just be your own character. People thought that I am like the protagonist of the game, which is like Isaac Clarke, that's the protagonist of the character. But really though, I'm just like any sort of Dead Space character. This one right here, this is the security suit that I designed the outfit my own. Also like the color scheme itself. The gun itself right here, this is the plasma cutter. Yep, this is the plasma cutter. And of course, it doesn't really do any sort of plasma thing, but it's operable. It's definitely like, you know, stable and everything. This is a knife too. You actually pull it out. You can actually pull it. There we go. So yeah, get your knife. And I have more than just this. I also have like a helmet. I have like the whole outfit. You can tell like I'm also wearing like the legs or so. The one thing that I'm missing is the helmet. I didn't bring it in, mainly because it's kind of messed up, so I had to like redo some stuff behind that.
last question, to wrap it all up, what about cosplaying and making these costumes do you enjoy most?
I would say my first cosplay, but that's too obvious. Because that is the start of everything, of like how I enjoy making armor. My first costume is literally the start of my enjoyment of making it. And really though, what I actually enjoy making is surprisingly the Black Eyes Volcano one. And that's before. You know what? I have like a lot of recent type of cosplay, but yeah, it's the one that took me a long time to make. That's what I was talking about. That's the one I actually enjoy making because it was a challenge. It was something that not a lot of people can make, and it looks very complicated to do. It's something that, you know, will cause people to feel like they might burn out off of it or something, and you know, it's just a challenge. It's just something that I really enjoy making, and you know, finishing all of that, and you know, wear it and just wear it and see what it looks like, and you know, the mobility behind it. It's just amazing. Like it just feels like something that you just created. And it's that artist feeling where you created something and it makes you feel satisfied when it's finished. And after that, you feel great about yourself. You want to keep going. You want to make more costume. And yeah, that's pretty much why what makes me enjoy making armor.
Cool. Well, thank you for speaking with us. And yes.
Every time, like, when I'm about to put on the outfit, either if I want to test it out or if I want to go to like a cosplay contest, I always start off with the lower body first, which is like the boots and like the legs or the thighs, and from there and up, you just keep going on with that process, and then just work your way up, because doing that is a lot easier for you instead of just like work your way down. And of course, when you put it on, you need some assistance with you, which we got somebody here. So it is recommended when you're about to make armor, always have a handler with you. The biceps is on the left side. Also, you gotta know when to label yourself too. When you put these on. I think it goes all the way up. Yeah, there you go. Just gotta make sure it's on the right side too. Same thing with this. And got your gloves. Got your whole outfit with the gun itself.